Hello and welcome to McIver's Grant Public Library's Very Dairy Challenge. This challenge is brought to you with a partnership with UT-TSU Extension Dyer County and 4-H of Dyer County. We started this book, The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales by John Scieszka and Lane Smith. This book was published by Viking, and we got to Cinder Rumpelstiltskin about halfway through the book. We're going to finish this book, and then we're going to tell you a little bit more of what we're doing with our Very Dairy Challenge. Once upon a time there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with her wicked stepmother and two ugly stepsisters. These step-relatives were not only wicked and ugly, they also made Cinderella clean the house every day. One day the local prince announced that he was holding a fabulous ball at his castle. Everyone was invited. The stepmother and stepsisters all got dressed up to go, but as usual they made Cinderella clean the house so she didn't have time to get ready. After the stepmother and stepsisters left for the ball, Cinderella sat down and began to cry. Just then a little man appeared. "Please don't cry," he said. "I can help you spin straw into gold." "I don't think that will do me much good," said Cinderella. "I need a fancy dress, glass slippers, and a coach." "Would you like to try to guess my name?" said the clever little man. Cinderella looked at him. "No, not really." "Come on. Do you think it's Chester?" "If you don't have a dress, it doesn't really matter." "Oh, just guess my name. Guess any name." "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers," said Cinderella, and then she closed the door and left the little man standing outside screaming, "Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin!" When the stepmother and stepsisters got home from the ball, Cinderella told them about the strange little man. They made her clean the house, and meaner still, they changed her name to Cinder Rumpelstiltskin. The end. The Tortoise and the Hare, and this is spelled H-A-I-R, like hare, instead of H-A-R-E, like a rabbit. Once upon a time there was a tortoise who was very slow, but very dependable. He would always get where he set out to go. It just took him longer than most people. One day Rabbit saw the tortoise walking slowly but surely down the road and said, "Tortoise, you are so slow. I could probably grow hair faster than you run." "Oh yeah?" said the tortoise slowly. "Yeah," said the rabbit. So they decided to race. On the day of the big race, Tortoise and Rabbit lined up at the starting line. Owl said, "On your mark, get set, grow!" Tortoise started to run, and Rabbit started to grow his hair. Can you grow your hair real fast like that? Tortoise ran, Rabbit grew his hair. 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 Tortoise ran, Rabbit grew its hair. Tortoise is still running, and Rabbit is still growing his hair. The end. How'd they know when the race was over? The Stinky Cheese Man. Once upon a time there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. There's their little old house. They were lonely, so the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. She gave him a piece of bacon for a mouth and 2 olives for eyes and put him in the oven to cook. When she opened the door to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back. "Shoo!" she said. "What is that terrible smell?" The Stinky Cheese Man hopped out of the oven and ran out the door calling, "Run, run, run, fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man." The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. "I'm not really very hungry," said the little old man. "I'm not really all that lonely," said the little old woman. So they didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man. And the Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in the field. "Wow," he said. "What's that awful smell?" That's what the cow said. The Stinky Cheese Man said, "I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too, I can. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man." The cow gave another sniff and said, "I bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds." So the cow didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either, and the Stinky Cheese Man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside the school. "Gross," said a little girl. "What's that nasty smell?" "I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too, I can," said the Stinky Cheese Man. "Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Stinky Cheese Man." A little boy looked up, sniffed the air, and said, "If we catch him, our teacher will probably make us eat him. So the kids didn't chase the Stinky Cheese Man either. There's the cow and the kids. By and by, the Stinky Cheese Man came to a river with no bridge. How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump, and if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall apart, said you-know-who. Just then the little sly fox, who always shows up in a lot of stories like this, poked his head out of the bushes. Why, just hop on my back and I'll carry you across, Stinky Cheese Man. How do I know you won't eat me? Trust me, said the fox. So the Stinky Cheese Man hopped on the fox's back. The fox swam to the middle of the river and said, "Oh man, what is that funky smell?" The fox coughed and gagged and sneezed, and the Stinky Cheese Man flew off his back and into the river, where he fell apart. The end. And the next page is blank. Should it be blank right in the middle of the book like that? Let's see what happened. Shh. Be very quiet. I moved the end paper up here so the giant would think the book is over. The big lug is finally asleep. Now I can sneak out of here. Just turn the page very quietly, and that will be the... Let's see what happens. You think he's going to stay quiet? I found the wheat. I planted the wheat. I grew the wheat. I harvested the wheat. I ground the wheat. I made the dough. I baked the bread, said the little red hen. And did anyone help me? Did anyone save space for my story? So now, said Little Red Hen, who thinks they're going to help me eat the bread? Bread, said the giant. Eat, said the giant. There's Little Red Hen. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Looks like the giant ate something, doesn't it? Looks like he had a chicken sandwich. The end. And that is really the end of the book. Isn't that a funny book? And isn't it neat how they moved all the parts of the books all different places where they weren't supposed to be? Would you like to make a fairy tale that is twisted like that? That is a little fairly stupid? Would you like to change your favorite fairy tale into a funny story like that? If you will look on our activities underneath this, you will find an activity for that where you can make your own fairy tale up. You will also find somebody making cheese out of goat's milk. It's a really great video from one of our local 4-H girls. So please be sure to check that out as well. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you're enjoying the Very Dairy Challenge.